What the fuck? Hold on. How's everyone? It's glorious Thursday. Thursday. It's Thursday. A glorious Thursday. I'm waiting on a little package to arrive. Package. England is not just England. Europe in general is a nightmare world. Uh, the more I hear about it, the worse it gets. Really, it's just getting worse by the day. They're not allowed to have air conditioning. The police are apparently going to start breaking down doors, and anyone that's got an air conditioner, they're going to beat them to death. I don't know, behead them, perhaps rape them, maybe before. It's a nightmare world. It's like 85 degrees, and they're not allowed to have air conditioning. Apparently, in the hospitals, I don't want to hear no more talk from European people. Honestly, this is the greatest country on earth. I mean, apparently, in the hospitals over there in Europe, they don't even have air conditioning. So imagine you're in the hospital, sick as a dog, and it's 85 fucking degrees in the building. And you just got a fan, I guess. I don't even know if they're allowed to have fans. Fans are probably fucking not allowed either. Climate change, you know. Voxter just, I mean, he can't talk about it. I don't even blame him. He's not allowed to talk about it. He'll just go to prison. I mean, it's not really worth it. So he has to. He actually has to tell you that you're wrong. He has to push back on you. This is what he has to do. It's survival. I mean, it's kind of like what some of you are doing with the liberals in this country, where you've mind fucked yourself into believing that the liberals. Hold on, you've mind fucked yourself into the liberals are going to retake power, and so you're beginning to slowly grovel to them. But you'll be wrong. You're always wrong. I mean, I can't remember the last time you was right about anything. Hell, I was supposed to be sent to Iran or something, Israel. I mean, all that shit's over. All that shit is so dead and buried. The Israel stuff is over. And I don't even know why people are still bringing up Israel. It's literally over. Read the room. You got to go into some serious delusions to continue with the Israel shit, because what you have to say is you have to say it was all an act. Donald Trump, Netanyahu, they're just making you think that Israel's not in control. They're trying to take the heat off. Like, you got to get deep into delusions at this point to really justify continuing to pretend that Benjamin Netanyahu runs our country. It's the only plausible explanation, where you'd have to believe that this is some big grand fucking game they're playing, where it's like, oh, I'm gonna come out and say fuck you, and then you'll say fuck me, and then they'll think that you don't control America. It's just dumb. And I heard Oswald wants to get unbanned. Well, when Oswald shows me that he's a man and he admits that he was wrong about all this nonsense. Smokey, the economy is going to collapse. The price of oil's going to 200 a barrel, and Smokey, the economy will collapse, and we'll be in Iran for the rest of your life, Smokey. It will never end. It will never end, Smokey. Donald Trump betrayed us. Donald Trump has betrayed us. So when I hear some humbleness, humble up, because that's what I'd be expected to do if I was wrong. So it's time for you to keep that same energy and humble yourself. You were wrong. It's okay to be wrong. It's crazy to be wrong all the time and not be used to it. Like, you should just be used to being wrong. You should just be used to looking dumb. But when you live in delusion and fantasy where you convince yourself that you are right constantly, but you can't actually prove you are right, you can't argue it, you just look dumb. Foxter, any word? Maybe you're allowed to talk about this. It's hot over there apparently, and you're not allowed to have air conditioning. You know what's going to be funny? Only the Muslims are going to be allowed to have air conditioning soon. They're going to bar y'all from getting it, and the Muslims will have it. I predict that'll be a thing where the Muslims will have it and they won't. I seen some man. I've seen some crazy shit. I seen a guy from France. He said, "Well, I slept in my car last night with the AC on. Slept in a Tesla with the AC running." Thank you, Elon. Thank you, Elon. Thank you, Elon. I almost died of heat stroke in France, but luckily I had a Tesla. I could get in my car and just turn the bitch on and sleep in it. Thank you, Elon. I heard another guy say, he said it takes like 8 months to get approved for an air conditioner. I was like, what? I could go to Walmart and buy a window unit right now. Like, there's a whole section of air conditioners. You just go in and buy them. Nobody's checking IDs at the door. I mean, nobody. It's not illegal. It's not like a. It's not like I'm going in there to buy a gun or something that somebody's gonna be like, well, wait a minute now. Let's. I got some questions. It's an air conditioner. Now, apparently, in some countries in Europe, now I don't know which ones, and maybe this guy was just lying. I don't know. I don't live there, but this is what the guy said. He said it takes about 8 months to get approved for an air conditioner. So you got to go to the guy. This is what happens, by the way, when you give up your Second Amendment. So you got to go to the government and say, "Can I get an air conditioner?" And they do a review. Dude, communism is gay. It's all communism. It's all it is. It's got a bunch of fancy words that they put on it. They paint it up and oh, this it's this and it's that. No, it's just communism. That's all it is. It's just a bunch of fucking weirdo dorks sitting in their apartment sweating for what? To save the planet. The planet will be just fucking fine, you dork. You stupid dork. You're gonna die of heat stroke in the apartment. Long before the planet gives out, you'll be dead of heat stroke in the apartment. And I seen someone make a damn good point. Not that it matters because making a good point doesn't matter anymore. Nobody cares, but I care. Guy said, it's funny during COVID, we were told we got to protect the elderly and the most vulnerable. But who's more vulnerable to the heat than the elderly and the sick? So why aren't we putting air conditioning in the hospitals and the nursing homes? Just a bunch of 80-year-old, 90-year-old people sitting in a nursing home sweating all day. I thought that, when they said they didn't have air conditioning, I thought, well, people don't have it in their homes, but some people do. That you can buy one at the store. I thought it was like here, well, you could go buy a window unit or something, but they just didn't have a lot of like central AC in these old houses they got or whatever. So I thought that some people get it, some people don't. But I thought, well, the hospitals have it obviously, and probably government buildings, and like a stadium, or places people go. They probably got AC in there for the comfort of the person coming in. No, apparently not. Apparently not. Well, maybe in Scotland it's different, but in some parts of Europe, apparently, where you think it's a first world country, right? This is, a modern country. This isn't fucking Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe probably got more air conditioners than fucking Europe. It's a nightmare. So I learned a lot this morning. Just very, very strange. Big earthquake in Venezuela last night. Apparently, 100,000 plus people are dead. Entire giant buildings collapsing with people in them. Devastation. Once again, communism. Communism plays a role. Communism is to blame for all these buildings falling. Communism is everywhere. It's all around you, and all these things that happen, they're made 10 times worse by communism. If you have an earthquake happen in a place that's not ruled by some communist dictator for fucking decades, the buildings are in better shape, so they probably don't fucking collapse when they shake. But when you're in a communist shithole dictatorship where they just take all the money and put it in their pocket and then just, hey, fuck fixing this building, hell with it. Then when there's an earthquake, everything falls and you die, collapses on you. It's a real mess. And then people say, well, if an earthquake happens here, 100,000 people are going to die. We've had earthquakes here. 100,000 people didn't fucking die. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? People really want to convince themselves that oh, America's not so great. Hell, just stop. Just stop. You hit the lottery. You're here. People are standing at the border waiting for Donald Trump to leave so they can walk across it. That's how bad people want to be here. They're standing. You know, people in Europe, they want to be here. They say they don't want to, but they do. They do because they're over there getting raped, beheaded in the heat. Think about it. Think about it. It just gets worse, man. This rape beheading stuff just keeps getting worse. Now there's a new layer to add to it. There's a new layer on top of it that I got to tell you about. Where okay, you're walking down the street, could be a man, could be a girl. Hey, I looked it up. They're raping men too. Just they're raping more women than men, but the men are getting it too. So they drag your ass. You're walking down the street. 6 Muslim guys drag you into a house and rape you and then behead you. But when they drag you in the fucking house, there's no AC in that house. It's hot as it's 90 degrees in the house. It's 90 fucking degrees in the house. And 6 men are raping you. It's hot. You're getting raped. Beheading's coming soon. What a fuck it just gets worse. There's literally no relief. You can't even say, well, at least it's nice and cool in here. No, it's hot as fucking here. You're literally in hell. This is as close as you're going to get to hell in the modern world. Being drug in to a house by 6 Muslim guys, raped in 90-degree heat, and then beheaded. Now, you can go to some other countries and get worse, but in Europe, walking down the streets in Paris, you don't expect this to happen. You don't expect to end up in hell itself, but you will. You will. It's hot. It's dangerous. It's a dump. There is no imagination. I've been reading, I've just been, there's endless stories, endless stories. Red, stand by package, package delivery. Stand by package. Stand by for a package. Package required. So package. I'm not trolling. I'm actually not trolling. I'm not exaggerating. I'm dead serious. Like it's really bad. 13-year-old boy beheaded in an abandoned building. It's all over Europe, though. It's worse. Maybe in your area it's not like this. I don't know, but there are places in Europe that are. I mean, there are places in America that are fucking nightmare at this point. I mean, Did you hear about the guy raping the dead body? You hear about that one? I believe it was in New York. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But a guy, an illegal alien. No, got there. No, no, Smokey, you're exaggerating again. It's always an illegal. It was an illegal alien. I'm sorry. I don't decide this. I don't decide reality. This is reality. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that reality just makes Trump right all the time. I'm sorry but Trump is right. He's just telling you the truth, and you just get mad. But yes, they're coming and they're raping and they're killing and they're not sending their best. They're just not sending their best. So there it is right there posted. New York subway. So some guy gets on a train, okay, and he dies on the subway train. He dies. Now, the dude didn't kill him. He just dies. I don't know what he died of exactly, but he is dead. And it wasn't an unconscious man. No, this motherfucker was dead. This wasn't an unconscious man. This was a dead man sitting on the subway. He got on the subway. He died of something. Don't know what that is. Nobody killed him, as far as I know. This guy that raped him did not kill him. He died. Okay, so he dies on the subway. This fucking guy, 44-year-old man, gets on the subway after the guy dies and rapes the guy's dead body. Starts fucking the dead body. I just don't understand. You thought the pool raft was bad. You thought the guy fucking the pool raft on the side of the road was bad. You thought the guy fucking the couch on the side of the road was bad. I mean, these are just inanimate objects at the end of the day. This was a man's corpse. This man had a family. And how's that funeral? Well, you're at the funeral talking about that. So I don't understand. How can you rape the dead? By sticking your dick in a dead guy's ass, Ricky. You stick your dick in Paul's ass when he's away, when he's alive. I mean, that's consensual. That's not rape, but I'm talking about raping a corpse. It's real. It's real, Ricky. It's a real fucking thing, Ricky. So there's nightmares going on everywhere, but at least we have AC. Yeah. Wouldn't it be ironic if I got beheaded in some American town? That'd be ironic. Wouldn't it be ironic if I got raped in bed? Boxer would be laughing. He'd say, "Oh my god, that's crazy." I don't know if he'd be laughing. It's kind of crazy, traumatic thing to hear about, but there would be a sense of irony in it. Oh, Larson left that gay Discord. Who can blame him? I mean, it's just gay, you know. Being king of the nerds is only fun for so long, and then you realize you're becoming a nerd yourself, and then it's time to part ways. At the end of the day, you are king of the nerds, but you're just hanging around with a bunch of nerds, and so it's got time to break free. People want to kill you and rob you and possibly rape your corpse. Seen a pallet at work today. It had MAGA on it. I was like, "What?" Seen it at work. Someone had stamped MAGA on it. I don't know if that's like a Trump thing or is there like a pallet company with those initials? It was just a weird thing to see. I wasn't offended. Some people would have been offended seeing that, but I was like, "That's interesting. What the hell?" Say MAGA. Literally said MAGA on the side of it with a black box around it, like a stamp. Like someone stamped that bit with MAGA. What I ought to do is get that pallet and put something important on it so it stays in the store until someone gets offended by it and says, "Who put MAGA on it?" Where do you get the MAGA stamp? Dude, Parr is a sick man. Like he needs help for real. I've never seen him this delusional and the mental illness is I'm actually kind of disturbed by it really. Like I actually kind of I'm starting to really see him as kind of a he's kind of dangerous. Like he's a loose cannon. He's severely mentally ill. I'm shocked by the behavior recently. I'm actually shocked. I mean, the beating on the door. Duckhead said he logged in to the game. By the way, it's wipe day, so nobody's even playing anyway. Nobody's playing the last week, really, unless you have like a rivalry with somebody else on the server and you're like planning to fight each other. I don't know, but nobody's really playing the last week of the wipe anyway. And then Duckhead logs in and he logs in and he Parr's beating on the door. Eh, what? How you log in, then the door's being beat on? It's insanity. And he knows how dumb he looks because he's trying to downplay it. Well, I took a rubber band. I leaned my controller against the wall. That's even more weird, really, if you think about it. Because you're putting in like either way, you're putting in effort. Why are you leaving your console on, putting your controller against the wall? First of all, you're not bothering anybody. We're just laughing at you. We just find you strange and weird. And I look forward to you beating on the door. For some reason, he thinks he ran me off the server. It's the funniest thing in the world. It was so funny they were draining those turrets. I'm going to say this again. The whole point I put those four turrets on the outside of that wall was to shoot Par. That was the entire reason I put them there. So he would just shoot, so I could just listen to him go off and pop him in his head the whole time and laugh. And then they start draining them. And everyone, even my own team is panicking. They're like, I'm putting nails in it. I go, load it full of pistol ammo. Load it completely fucking full. You're on a 3-time server. Make a shit ton of pistol ammo. Load that fucking turret and let them run at that turret for hours. I want him running at the turret and I'll do it again. I'm going to do it again. You're going to run at that turret for hours. For the next month of your life, you're going to be charging at a turret, beating on a door. I'm telling you right now, that's happening. You belong to me. And now you belong. Duckhead is sharing custody of. We and Duckhead share custody of you. And Jacob Larson's he wants some custody. And Ricky's just in your wallet the whole time. It's insanity. It really is crazy. It really, it really is fucking weird, buddy. He's like he like made a comment. I seen it on my phone. He was like, "Are you ready to be ran off the server again?" I'm just like, "You never ran me off a server, Par. What are you talking about?" These guys are weird, dude. Like, I'll be doing something for months. I've been switching back and forth between like 2 servers for months. I get bored on True Rust. I get bored easily. I don't know if you understand what ADHD is, but I get bored easily. But there gets to a point on Rust where I'm kind of bored. The base is so big. We've done so much. That's why I end up building stupid shit like a cage and dumb shit because I'm bored. I'm bored. And so I got to a point where I was bored and I said, I'm just going to go build another base on that crazy server where they give you free loot. Been doing it for months, been going back and forth for months. And then Par gets this delusion where he's ran me off the server because I went to the other server. You're retarded, Par. You're an idiot. I'm definitely going to show where my base is. I want him beating on the door. I want him running at the turret. He belongs to me. Oh shit, I gotta pay that guy. Step back. Excuse me. This wipe is actually probably a blueprint wipe today because it's a big update today. They're adding caves, they're adding Radtown, radiated water. Adding a bunch of new shit today. So I would expect a blueprint wipe today. So this is going to be one of those wipes where if you get the base set up and you get some metal doors on it, you're not going to get raided right away. You'll have time to build up, but you got to play. I'm off tomorrow. You got to get on and play. I may not be on at wipe time today. I'll probably be asleep, but you got to get on. You got to build a fucking base. You got to do something. You got to stop having your handheld and just go for it. Jacob Larson should be on. Rogue and Ricky been begging to play this wipe, so I expect them both on. Simple as that. I'd be surprised if it's not a blueprint because it's a big update. The caves are interesting. I watched a guy build a cave base. Now there's only one cave that you can put power in the cave, that you can actually wire power down into the cave. Now, here's what's interesting though about that server. I think they have test generators on that server, if I'm correct. If we get a test generator, we can put it in a cave and have power in a cave. If we don't do that, then we got to find the cave that lets you, and there's a way to run a power line down into it, up to it, because I seen a guy do it. He wired it up. He built a base up top. He wired the power down. You see, but he said it's the only cave you can do it in the whole game. I'm pretty sure there's test generators on True Rust though. So get a test generator. It's like 3,000 scrap. They'll give you 300 power right there. Then we can make a cave base and we put turrets down in there and everything. Cave base, there's only two ways in, as far as I know. Or no, there's like one way into the cave itself. I don't know. If I get on at 2, I'm taking a cave. I'm going to find a cave and I'm going to build in it. Something new, something fresh. I don't know, though I do have work tonight. It's not supposed to be too big. The truck's not that big, so I don't know. If everybody from the other store comes over here tonight like they've been coming, it won't be too hard. So I can run off like 5 hours of sleep because I slept like 8 last night. But I may decide that I don't want to. I may just go to bed. Plus, I mean, I'm not going to sit in a queue. If I get on at 2 and I get in and I get in there, I'll probably play for like an hour or two. I'll probably go to bed at like 4, but I got to get up at 8 because they got me coming in at 9 now. It's gay. And if I do that, the odds of me getting on after work are slim. I'll probably get off work and take a nap. Oh, I mean, I can join in less than 3 minutes. It's not hard to have the game loaded up and be sitting there. It's not hard about that. Sitting in front of the PlayStation right now. 3,000 scrap is a lot of scrap, especially. Well, here's the thing though. I'm pretty sure we won't have blueprints. If we don't have blueprints, then we're just going to take a cave. We're still going to take a cave. I mean, we might as well. It's a new thing. It'll keep you interested in the wipe because you've never done it before. You'll be more invested in playing something new, something you've never done. Because we won't have electricity unlocked for a while anyway, so we can just build and we can put shotgun traps down in that bitch. The way the dude was building it, he built a crazy thing where he did it like, first of all, he did some kind of bunker entrance, so when they shoot a rocket at it, it seals up. And then he did his thing where it's like he built walls. He built like two walls and then put a door up top. And then he put those little red, those little red siren lights that you can like, people put them around their base to keep you from putting the ceiling tiles on the side to climb up it. You can put those things there, and you can't build a ceiling tile. He used those to make like some type of thing where he could jump on it and climb up. And the idea was they got to go in, they got to climb up to go through this little doorway and then climb back down. With these turrets, you got to rethink how you're putting these turrets down because there has to be distance. You understand? The turret has a turret can hit somebody from 10 foundations. I don't know if you've ever done your research on this game, but I have. A turret has a 10 foundation range on it. So when you're making that trap, the little slant trap, when they climb up it and turn that corner, we need a long hallway coming around that corner where we can stick a turret way back there. It needs to be long. Shut up. It needs to be long enough to hit them, but it needs to be so. Hey, you got to be far away so they can't pitch a grenade around that corner and hit it. And if we can get that right, and they try to come through the doorway, they're going to have a hard time destroying that turret. They can't come around. You really want to put two turrets, honestly. You don't want to put one. You want two with 6 shooters in it. They do 55 damage apiece. So the first hit does over 100. It does 110 damage on a guy. Now it's probably gonna have armor and shit on, but then they fire fast, and you got two hitting him at the same time. You got to think about a guy coming around the corner with another guy, and he takes the bullet, and the other guy fires the rocket at the turret. You got to think about these things. That's why you got to overkill your traps, put tons of traps. It's got to be an insane amount. It's got to be overkill. It's the only way to slow them motherfuckers down. And even if you're offline, in time they're going to get it one way or another. Traps only really help you if you're online. They don't really do much if you're offline. It's actually gay that you can be rated offline, but at the same time, if people would just log off the game when they were getting raided, if it could stop you, so that would be gay too. But the offline raiding shit is really gay. I mean, it does kind of it ruins the whole appeal of the game, really. That's the whole point of the game is raiding and defending raids, really. And so, offline raiding is just dumb. But if I could just log off right before you raid me, then you can't raid me, and then people would be doing that. See, it's actually the people. It's actually the people that ruin everything. It's not the company. It's not. It's the people. It's the dumb fuck people that play the game that ruin it. Not the company. Not the developer. Retards. The Rust community is trash. It's a bunch of trash people that you can't trust. Stab you in the back. And so of course they'll raid you when you log off and go to sleep. They're cowards. Now, the PC version has like an app on your phone will go off. You have like an alarm go off on your phone, wake you up. But I don't think I'm that invested in the game where I'm laying down to go to sleep for work, and in the middle of my sleep, I got fucking the alarm going off. I gotta go log into Rust. It ain't that deep, dude. It ain't that fucking serious. But I could understand why it exists, and it could be useful. Yeah, be useful in some scenarios. Imagine you're out with your girl and she getting raided, and you're like, I gotta go home. You get in your car and like rush home. You like speed down the road to go defend the raid. There's probably people that do it. Ricky, the screenshot shit's over. You gotta understand something. We're not saying anything worth screenshotting. So who gives a shit? If Parr wants to know what I think about him, I mean, just ask me. He's a weird, dangerous fool. He's mentally ill. Like it's on display and it's sickening. But he doesn't need screenshots because Parr's in love. I keep telling you that one day it's going to come out. One day he's going to realize Parr wants to date him, wants to fuck him. Parr could be fucking with some girl and giving her money and shit and getting his dick sucked and shit. There is some girl out there that would suck his dick and fuck him if he was giving her money like he gives Ricky. Like she'd be his girlfriend. She'd date him and shit. She might cheat on him. I don't fucking know, but he'd be fucking her. She'd be his girlfriend. She might not even cheat. I don't know. Who knows? But instead, he's doing it for Ricky because he wants that. He wants it to be more. Gay shit's kind of falling out of style, though. Gay shit had its moment. There was a moment to do it. There was a moment to go all in with Ricky and Parr, but that moment's passed now. But Ricky's a slave to Parr. I mean, it's sad, really. Ricky sells out every group chat he's in for Parr for a cheap 20. A cheap fucking 20. How great was that pay per view from the White House? How great was that UFC at the White House? They're still crying about it. Why do they cry about everything? The things they say are so fucking gay. It's just everything is so gay, and it's just my god, faggotry off the charts. Like they were having a cage fight. They act like Trump put a chain link fence in the dirt out there on the lawn, had two bums fist fighting. The light heavyweight title of the world was on the line, dork. Dumb fuck. This is why you get no pussy. This is why women don't want to fuck you. This is why you liberal men don't get fucked. Because you're not men. You're weird losers. You cry about the UFC at the White House. Everyone else is having a good time. You're a fucking dork nerd. One day you'll grow up and realize this, that the whole "I'm too cool for shit" stuff that you do is gay. You think it's cool right now. I'm cool. I don't I don't listen to that. I don't listen to that mainstream shit. I listen to a guy rapping from the prison cell. Three people heard of this guy. You wouldn't know nothing about it because you're soft mainstream type of guy. It's like you're not cool. You're actually weird. To majority of people, you're just a weird dork that listens to weird shit nobody listens to. You watch weird shit nobody watches. You're always talking about some weird dumb shit. And then we give it a chance. We go listen to it and we go, this shit sucks. This shit actually fucking sucks. And I'm not even giving you to, I used to be this guy. Like I used to be, I was fucking 16. I mean, some of you are like 30 and you're still doing this, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. All that shit is gay. Drake is right. You can cry about it all you want when he was talking about how all this activist music. Oh, I'm pretending to be a slave. What do he say? I'm rapping for this motherfucker rapping for the slaves or some shit. He's right. It's gay and dumb. Music's supposed to be like you're supposed to dance. It's supposed to sound good. It's not supposed to send a message and all this fag shit. That's gay. Don't you understand? I wrote a song about a girl getting an abortion. That's gay. The fuck is listening to that in the car? Nobody's listening to this shit. It's terrible. People listen to it to look cool, to be like, oh yeah, I, but it's actually, there's nothing cool about it. You're a dork. If you put that music on at a party, you would be considered a faggot. Don't you understand? Don't you understand? The cool people are at the party. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you don't want to hear this, but that's where they're at. There's a bunch of bitches shaking their ass, and now there's dorks in there too. There's a lot of dorks in there. Nobody's fucking them though. But the music being played is not a bunch of dork shit. Nobody wants to listen to it when they're drinking, having a good time. They don't want to listen to fucking some music, some song about slavery or something. I don't know what the fuck. Accept it. I'll tell you a story. I was a teenager. We was at some type of fucking dance, high school dance or some shit back in the day. And there's playing music, DJ's playing music, da 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 da. Everybody's having a good time. This motherfucker puts on the Eminem song. I'm the real Slim Shady song. You heard everybody go, ugh. Nobody fucking with that shit. For real. You listen to Eminem when you hate your mom. Now, is there some songs Eminem's got you can listen to while you're working out? Yes. But for majority of the time, nobody's putting on Eminem at the party. It's just not fucking happening, man. Nobody's listening to that bullshit. That's why I say he's not the greatest rapper of all time. He's just not. These songs are terrible. And only weirdo nerds relate to him. Only a weirdo nerd relates to a song about getting an abortion. Who relates to that? A song about I'm an oppressed black man. I mean, just some weirdo racist nerd is into that. Everybody else is like, this shit sucks. And it's proven because these people have hit songs, and all their hit songs are they're nothing like that. So it's not even a fucking nobody wants to listen to this shit, Ricky. Nobody wants to listen to this crap. It's terrible. Take it from a guy that used to listen to it. It's trash at the end of the day. In a way, it's good. In a way, it's good for what it is, for what it's trying to be. But that's actually not even music. It's just gay. And it's not top. These songs are not top 1,000 songs ever made. Not even close. I got over 2,000 songs on my Spotify playlist. I got over 3,000 songs. Ain't got none of that nerd shit on there. Eh. These songs are garbage, Ricky. This is like bottom of the barrel shit. A guy rapping into the prison phone, that shit sucks. It's like Billboard said that freestyle Jay-Z did at the picnic was like #7 song of the year. What the fuck? What are you talking about? Song of the year? #7 of the year? Beat It Michael Jackson's #5 on Spotify. I mean, I didn't see Picnic Freestyle on there. When I go look at the top 100 songs in the nation, I don't see Picnic Freestyle in there. Nobody's listening to that horse shit. Nobody cares. Nobody's listening to some faggot freestyle or fucking faggot ass freeze. I don't even think there was music playing over it. I think he was just talking. What is this? It's just songs you never heard of. How could you be top 10 song of the year and no one's even heard of it? That doesn't even make sense. I'm sick of living in pretend land where we gotta pretend that shit nobody listens to, movies nobody watches are like the best shit. It's all the Oscars ever is. A bunch of shit you've never even heard of. This was the best movie of the year. No one's even heard of this movie. No one saw that. No one went and saw that. Knock it off. We gotta stop pretending. I mean, it's just getting old. It's just cringe. Yeah, you're buying the $100 version of I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you reminded me about that because I actually want to talk about that. You're buying the $100 GTA. Yeah, you are, you stupid fuck. Because you sit on the internet, and I told you, dumbass, you sit on the internet for years. Oh shit, I'll pay 100 for it. I'll definitely pay 100 for GTA fucking 6. And of course you will. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? But you don't say that out loud, dummy. You don't tell the company that. You're dumb. And I tell you what happened for real. And this is the truth, and I don't need it to be proven because I know it's true. I just know it in my heart. The company put out post on social media. Why would somebody come up with a post like that? Why would some random motherfucker off the street make a post going, shit, I'd pay 100 for GTA 6? Why would they make that post? Doesn't even make sense. No, it was the company on fake accounts making these posts, and you idiots replied to it and agreed with it. And say that so they go over all the feedback they got from these posts, and then they have a meeting, and it's like, yeah, well, 85% of people said they'd pay it. 85% of the people that replied to this post said they'd pay it. Well, then fuck it. Hell, I'd do the same. I'd do the same fucking thing. I'd charge you 100. Why wouldn't I? Because the other 15% are gonna buy it because their friends are gonna buy it. You're gonna be the only one that don't have it? You're the only one that oh, you can't go to this shop? You couldn't drop an extra 20 to go to this to go to the you couldn't drop an extra 20 to go to the shop on GTA 6, the game of the millennium? You couldn't? Eh. And then people are gonna start coming up talking about the other things you spent a 20 on. A lot of dumb shit. You couldn't drop an extra 20 on it. "Oh, I can't do that mission, guys. I didn't get the Ultimate Edition." Ah, you're broke. And by the way, nobody's even talking about the $10 increase, the 80 bucks, because they're so focused on the 100. It's masterful. Whoever works at the company should just give them a raise. The whole thing's just I'm not even mad really. I'm just going to pay the 100 because they played you idiots. I tried to talk sense. You didn't listen, so I'm just accepting it. Just going to give them the 100. It's a game of the millennium. I'm just giving them the 100. Why not? Probably not the game of the millennium. The game of the well, probably the game of the next 10 years. It'd probably take 15 years to get another one. You'll be playing that game off and on for fucking a decade. So, what's $100? What's that? What's that? You don't you can't go to this area over here. Oh, damn. Well, we're all gonna be over here in this area. I'm sorry, you don't. I don't know why you didn't spend the 20. What's the big deal? This is 20. You had like 5 months to get the 20 saved up. Like, damn. I mean, get a job. Start a podcast. You could come up with 20 on Patreon. What the fuck? By the end of the day, I could get somebody to send me $20 off his phone right now. So I just, it's really not that serious. And you did it to yourselves, and I tried to stop it. You wouldn't listen. So now here we are. You're going to pay the 100. I'm going to pay the 100. We're all going to pay the 100. I mean, you may pay the $80 and get the peasant edition. That's what we're going to call it, the peasant. You're a peasant. You was talking a big game. You was going around going, "Fuck, I'll pay 100 for it." Well, here we are. You're going to pay 100. You better pay that 100, buddy. You wanted it. Now that's a bunch of bullshit, but I fully accept it, and I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. I'm not even mad. It's just brilliant. The whole thing's brilliant. What they did to y'all, it's just brilliant. You gotta respect it. It's genius business. So they're probably going to charge you for GTA Online too. Why not? Why not? Probably not a lot, but like maybe a 10, maybe a 10, maybe a 20. Probably not though, because they sell those shark cards to you like a motherfucker. So they just want to get you motherfuckers in there so you'll start buying fucking cars and shit like that. And people are mad about it. They're calling it pay to win. Win what? It's GTA. What are we winning? I'm gonna run you over with my car. I don't know. And then you're gonna blow me up and I'm gonna just respawn and come find you. What are we winning? This isn't oh, he has a special gun online that I don't have. Well, he spent $20 for it. I mean, what's the big deal? I don't even know who I'm supposed to be mad at. The company? Why? They made a gun, a special gun online, and they sold it to you for $10, and you bought it. Oh, what's? And then they said, "Oh, we're gonna make more guns because they're buying them." What? Well, yeah. Why wouldn't I? I would do that. I'd say, "Oh, I'm fucking start making more virtual guns." They're buying the virtual guns. I don't know. I'm gonna make more of them. If you started knitting blankets in your house with a little, just knitting them with a little sewing kit, and people started buying every time you made one, some motherfucker gave you 50 bucks for it. You'd start making more fucking blankets. And then you'd start hiring people to make blankets, and you'd be a whole blanket factory. You'd just be selling blankets. Because every time you got one done, somebody showed up with a 50. And there was starting a line of people were like, damn, I want one too. You had to fucking hire people to make blankets. They make virtual guns. You fucking buy them. Virtual car. You fucking buy it. And then you get mad that they're selling it. Well, this is bullshit. Why is it bullshit? You willingly participated in this. You didn't have to. You could have just said, I'm not fucking paying for that gun. If that first gun they released, nobody bought it, they would just go, well, we're not doing that no more. But they're not going to sit around all day making more content for you for what? How much free extra shit on top of the game they got to give you? Gamers, they act like they got to be, God, we should get more free maps or whatever. Motherfucker, you gave them your money for the game as advertised. You knew it was in it when you bought it. Now you're getting mad. Well, there's just no updates. No updates? The fuck are these people talking about? No updates. When I was growing up, you just bought a game, and that's what it was. There wasn't no update. There wasn't an update. The console didn't even connect it. There wasn't even an internet. The fuck? Now you're just like, oh fuck, if I don't get the extra fucking. And now they know you'll pay. But see, there's a bunch of people saying they won't pay 100, so they sell it to them for 80, and it's so fucking slick. It's so because it's like slapping you in the mouth, really, when you think about it. Because it's like, I'm not paying 100 for it. This is bullshit. Games are already $70. This is a bunch of bullshit. Now I got to pay 100, so they give you an $80 edition, and you'll dumbass will buy it. And it's like, hey, fuck you, buddy. You're gonna pay an extra 10. Fuck you. You will pay an extra 10. You've been yapping, you've been running your fucking dick sucking mouth, and you will pay that extra 10. You're gonna pay some extra money for this, buddy. We've had 500 Indian guys working on this for fucking 10 years in a sweatshop somewhere, doing the grunt work, you know? We've had them doing the grunt work on it. So you're giving that extra 10. And most of you are going to drop that extra 30. It's happening. And then you'll say, well, only for GTA. I won't give $80 for another game. For Call of Duty. No, I won't. Yeah, I bet you will. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet you won't pay 80 for Call of Duty? I'm gonna remember this shit you nerds are saying. I'm gonna remember this. When they make that $80 Call of Duty and you go out and buy it, I'm gonna say, oh, wait a minute. When you send me a link for it and say, you see the trailer for the new Call of Duty? I'm gonna say, wait a minute. I thought we wasn't gonna pay 80 for it. I thought we were only doing that for GTA. Here's the bottom line. If you want it bad enough, you're gonna pay whatever the fuck they tell you to pay. And they know that. They know what they got. They know what you want. You're lucky they're giving it to you for 80. You're lucky, buddy. I seen some retard today. He said, I'd have paid 500 for it. Keep on. Keep on. Keep on. That's probably that is probably an account from the company. It's probably some dude going. There's probably like a bet. Like I bet you, I tweet this out. These dumb motherfuckers will say, "Yeah, fuck it, it is GTA." Somebody's like, "No way, they pay fucking 500. That's the price of a console. That's crazy." Oh, they will. Some idiot will. And there's a percentage on that. There's like, hey, like who knows how high the percentage of people that replied to that tweet and go, shit, yeah, I'll pay anything. I'm rich. Fuck. So you deserve this. I'm happy to see it. You get what you deserve, and could be more of that to come for you. Could be a lot more getting you what you deserve. If you keep on acting stupid, you got to flex though. You know, I pay 100. Ain't no thing. And that's another thing they learn is everybody's flexing and shit. So it's like, "Hey, we'll put this $80 edition out," and then people will shame people for getting it. They'll say, "You're broke. You couldn't pay an extra 20." That's what they'll say. That's what your friends and family will say. That's what the people on the internet will say to you. You couldn't afford an extra 20. And so now you can't get the special t-shirt for your character. You can't get this car. You don't have this car? Huh. I didn't know you was broke. Your friend will say, "Hey, let's all get those one cars out and we'll all ride them around together. We'll be like a gang on here. We'll have matching cars. We all have the exclusive $100 car." And then when people don't have it, we'll shame them. We'll shame the peasants and kill them. And then you'll say, I got the $80 edition. I didn't get the, oh, you got the standard. You got the standard edition. Oh, you're a standard guy, huh? Your girlfriend will say, I didn't know I was dating a standard guy. You have to get the $100 edition. I'm sorry. You did it to yourself. I'm going to shame people for not buying it. You should be shamed. Oh, of course, Par's buying it for you. He's in love. The bill comes due at some point, Ricky. Just know that the bill's going to come due because eventually he's going to realize you're not going to fuck him. It's never going to happen. And he's going to turn. He's going to take a turn. Now, maybe you plan to fuck him. You have been to prison, so maybe it's like you got out of prison. You're like, I'll fuck him. Hell with it. Maybe you're planning to pound him out. I don't know. But the bill's going to come due, Ricky. Like Par's deranged. He's dangerous. He could show up at your house, Ricky, and like threaten you. He could say, "Why don't you love me?" It could be like that girl in Obsession. I see Par like Par is like that girl. If you, I don't know if you've seen Obsession. It is the movie of the year so far. I put Back Rooms at number 2 that I've seen. Par is a lot like that girl in Obsession. He's obsessed. He's obsessed with Ricky, me. He's obsessed with Duckhead now. He beating on the door of a. He's basically at the door of Duckhead's house every night, beating on it virtually. In a way, that's Duckhead's home, and he's just outside beating on it like a deranged maniac. And how much longer before he's outside the door of in real life beating on it? Be careful doing that. I wouldn't go to Saucy Pizza's door and start beating on it with the rock. I wouldn't do that. Wouldn't recommend that. I wouldn't go to Rogue's house and do that. Ricky probably opened the door. That's the thing about it. If I mean you're accepting $20 to do weird gay shit in group chats. I mean, if Par really dropped it, I mean, what would you say if he offered 1,000? He's always trying to fly you out, and he's going to drop like 1,000. He's got like 1,000 in a bank account saved up that he keeps. So when he convinces you to fly out for the UFC, he's going to pull that fucking 1,000 out in cash, all $1 bills, because he wants to throw it on you. He wants to throw it in the bed and get fucked on it. So he's going to have 1,000 $1 bills. You're going to be drunk and high after the UFC. And he's going to pull out the 1,000 ones. And I'm not sure you're turning it down. I'm just, you're taking the 20 for the screenshot. You sold out the Rust base and the Rust team. He was sending Parr screenshots of the code so Parr could sabotage the base. And Parr's so fucking retarded that he couldn't even figure out how to sabotage it. This is how I know you ain't smart because you can't figure out how to play a video game. Been playing them since I was 2 years old. You can't figure out how to play the fucking game. Not that damn complicated to figure out a fucking code lock. The idiot don't even. You got a phone in your hand that you could just look it up and it'll just give you the answers. You could just open the AI and go, "Hey, how do I change this? How do I change the code on these locks on these doors in Rust?" And they'll tell you. Nah, you ain't. You do it. I think you do it. There's a price. I don't know what it is, but I bet you there's a price. It's like the $1 Million Man said, everybody has a price. You remember that? The $1 Million Man? Some men cost a little, some men cost a lot. But I'm the $1 Million Man, and you will be bought. You understand? You will be bought. When you load up your PlayStation, the GTA logo just pops up on the screen now. If this game is terrible, gaming's dead. It's gonna die. It's gonna be you're just gonna go back and play Rust. If you're back on Rust in a week after this game comes out, or back on some other game, dead. It's over. Biggest flop in the history of entertainment, probably. And what you got to worry about with GTA is I mean, you got some of these game developers. They're all liberal and woke and weird, and they just fuck shit up. They fuck these games up. Dude, they fuck Spider-Man 2 up. I mean, I like the gameplay is good, but dude, the story's dumb. I've never beat it because of that. It's just dumb. I don't want to play Mary Jane, dude. I got to Mary Jane and quit. I don't want to play as Mary Jane. I don't want to, because it's just, what is this? I'm like creeping around, hiding from guards. It says Spider-Man 2 in the fucking cover. I don't understand it. It's like, I don't want to play as Peter Parker either. I don't want to play as Bruce Banner in the Hulk game either. So fucking hard about this. If I'm watching a movie, sure, let's see Peter Parker. If I'm seeing a cutscene, but as far as, oh, I'm Bruce Banner, I'm going to walk around campus. What the fuck is this? And now I'm Mary Jane. What the fuck? It's dumb. It's just dumb. And with GTA, you've got a female lead character. So you got to be concerned with this. Because it ain't been good with the female lead characters in the movies and the games lately. It doesn't work. I mean, yeah, there's a guy too, but I don't know. However, you're still gonna pay $100 for it. And by the time you figure out whether you made a mistake or not, it'll be too late. They'll have your money. I anticipate it'll be good, but you just don't know these days. Things are corrupted. They're they've been injected with communism. So it's not good. It's not a good thing. You gotta understand a lot of the people that thought the UFC White House was gay and horrible. they're probably making this game. Probably a lot of people like that making this game. And I'm not buying that they're going to have pride parades in the game because if people drive through them, then it'll be some controversy. Now GTA's always been controversial, so it should be in the game, but it probably won't. And you could do a gay pride parade. You could have the Klan walking through the town. You could have the Nazi. You could do all kinds of shit, and people would drive through it. People are going to drive through the crowd. I mean, I'm here to tell you. And you know what's weird? I don't know why you wouldn't have a gay pride parade in the game and people could drive through and run everybody over. Why is that so much worse than just running people over on the sidewalk in the game in general? Why is it worse that they're gay and you're running them over with your car? They're just innocent bystanders walking down the street. But if they're gay holding a gay flag, that makes it worse somehow. It does it. Same damn thing, really. It's just somebody will find it funny, and we can't have that. Someone will say that's funny, and someone will drive through it over and over, and they'll be kind of a little too excited about it, kind of scary excited, and you'll say, maybe this guy's a little too into it, huh? Maybe he's a little too into this. Maybe he needs to be watched. Maybe he needs to go a little somewhere with a padded room. Maybe he shouldn't get a firearm. I don't know. Seemed a little unhinged. He's been running over the gay people in GTA for the last 9 hours straight. That's all he's done. He hasn't done a single mission. He put the game in. He drove right. Oh, you can't put the game in. It's a digital. By the way, everybody's crying about that. Who gives a shit? Haven't bought a disc game in years. Who gives a fuck, dude? I'm gonna download GTA like I download every other fucking game. I'm gonna buy it off the fucking store so it'll be preloaded and ready when it's time. I'm not gonna go get a fucking disc. Stupid. What is this, the Middle Ages? Fuck time is it? What year is it? People crying that there ain't a disc. I have two discs. I think I have one disc game actually. That's a PS5 game. 2K25. That's it. WWE. I think I have a couple of PS4 discs somewhere, but all my PS4 games are on this hard drive right here, this external hard drive. Got every PS4 game I've ever owned on that drive. I don't have a bunch of fucking discs. The fuck is this? And by the way, they know that most people buy games digitally now. They know that. That's why they don't give a shit. And you're crying about it because you live in the Middle Ages. Just like the nerds crying about the 100. They already did the research. You already said you were going to buy it. Shut up. Just accept it now. They already asked you, dumbass. They literally said, "Will you pay 100 for this?" And you were like, "Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, I will." And then they're like, "Well, here it is for 100." And you're shocked. This is a dark future for gaming. Because the price went up of $10. I don't, because there's an ultimate edition. I don't know. Like, what's locked behind the paywall? Is it that fucking serious? Just pay the fucking 100. Hush. It just cracks me up. If you're like, oh, that you can't put that behind a paywall, that's crazy. You're putting that then it must be worth the extra 20 then, huh? Because you're crying about it. So I guess I would just drop the 20. It's 20 not even a lot of money. I mean, that's like a DoorDash order. You can't skip one fucking order of fucking McDonald's. I don't get it. And all it is like you get exclusive cars and like it's just cosmetic shit. And there's like special shops you can go to which just sell clothes and shit. That's all it is. And you won't get to go buy those clothes. There'll be like certain buildings that you can't enter because you're a broke bum. Because you couldn't drop a 20, you're a standard guy. So don't be a standard guy. Go and spend 100. Hell with it. Oh, people are spending a lot more than 50 a month on the DoorDash. That's why I'm tired of seeing gay tweets from people online. It's like, people are struggling to pay their rent. No, they're not. Shut up. People are struggling to eat. Everybody's fat. They're literally taking drugs to make themselves not eat. It's called Ozempic. That's how fat everybody is. Shut up with this bullshit of people can't afford to eat. Have you seen the grocery prices? People can't afford to eat. Well, you could have fooled me. Look, I'm looking around. You could have fooled me. Everybody's lying. There's lying going on, is what's happening. Yeah, the prices on things went up. Whose fault is that, retard? I love the lockdown. I hope it goes on. It's nice just sitting at home. I'm getting paid to work from home. And I don't even work. I just pretend to because I'm at home. Trust me, they're not even working when they're at work. So they're damn sure not going to work from home. What kind of nonsense is that? Nobody's working from home. Nobody. Nobody's doing anything. It's all lies. It's all bullshit. And they figured it out. That's why they're trying to get you back in the office because they know nothing's getting done. They can, I don't know if y'all idiots realize this or not, but everyone can tell when things ain't getting done, you dumbass. You really think people don't notice that you don't do anything? Oh, everyone does. They just can't say nothing to you because you might go cry. You might go cry to someone. And I might lose my job because you suck at yours. And I decided to tell you, hey, you suck at your job. And now you cry. So can't have that. But at least at at the office, Ted can walk over and go, hey, buddy, uh, I noticed you ain't got that report done yet. And then, Ted can stay on your ass for that 8 hours you're there. Ted's going to be on your ass. You know why? Because when I came in that morning, I told Ted, I said, get on his ass because he ain't done nothing all damn night. That motherfucker ain't done shit all night. He needs to do something. So I had Ted on you like a hawk. Ted on that ass. But if you was at home, uh, Ted's not coming in your house. That'd be crazy. Your boss is in your house. But that's the only way y'all gonna work from home is if the guy stops by your house. I guess every 20 minutes because you got to be watched like you're 9 years old. You can't get nothing done. You can't get nothing done. It's just the way it is. Trust me, they're not working at work. People are not working at actual work. Ted's coming over and going, "Hey, hey, come on, come on," but it still ain't. It ain't. It actually doesn't do anything really. Ted's actually completely worthless. Doesn't do anything but just hassle everybody and bother everybody. We don't even need him. What we need to do is make an example. You ever made an example out of somebody? Make an example to the rest of the nerds. But you can't fire people for sucking at their job because then they go get unemployment and then the company has to like pay that or something. I don't know. Some weird shit that I've been told by managers anytime I wanted to fire somebody. You just can't fire somebody because they suck at their job. Well, what a revelation. Use code Beta Par. Beta Par gets 10% off. I'm not making excuses for GTA being 100. I'm the guy that told you every time y'all said that you'd pay 100 that you need to stop saying that. And now I'm proven right again. I'm gonna take. Yes, I'm taking another victory lap on you. You should be used to that by now too. You've been getting lapped for years. You've been in a state of constant defeat, and you've done it to yourself. I mean, I did not make you brag about being able to pay 100 for a game. I didn't. Any of us could. It's not that serious. It's just why are you doing that? Now you're gonna make us all have to pay 100 for the game. Like it's the same thing I said about the $70. Like if you all just say, "Hey, fuck that. I'm not buying games anymore," then they'll drop it back down to 60. They got no choice. If you're literally not gonna buy it, they're not gonna be able to put it. I mean, it's just common sense. It's a business. But if they make it 70 and you just go, it's just $10, no big deal, and then you go buy it, well, it is what it is. And you're all gonna go pay 100 for it. So hell, we've been defeated. So I'm just gonna pay the 100 and accept the defeat. Simple. Real simple. You will pay the 100. You will be at the exclusive shops with the rest of us. And if you're not, we'll be inside looking out the window at you and we'll be calling you a standard guy. I mean, you can be a standard guy if you want to be. Or you can be an ultimate. What's it called? Ultimate edition? It probably says it right here on this screen, don't it? Let's see. Um, Yeah, Ultimate Edition. You get the Ultimate Edition upgrade. You get the vintage Vice Cities in both of them. So you get Ultimate Edition upgrade. $99.99. I mean, some idiots are going to go out and buy a PS4, a PS5 Pro. Isn't that like $1,000 now? It ain't that serious. It really ain't. I'm not paying $1,000 for some fucking console. Kiss my ass. I give you $400 for it, buddy. And they got new screenshots. Huh? Look at this. Wow, look at that. That's wow. Look at the grass and shit. I mean, that's clean. Damn, they got animals in the game. There's a dog sitting there. Look at that. It's a fucking dog. Dude, you got biker gangs. Oh, people gonna be running them people over. A black biker gang? Oh yeah. Oh, people are gonna be making crazy videos with this game. And liberals are gonna be crying about this game. I don't know. I mean, they have to be aware of that. Man, there's an alligator in the game. Look at that. Ain't that something? That's wild. Still a missed opportunity not to put this in VR though. You could have literally sold millions of VR headsets with this game. Why Sony didn't open the wallet up and make that happen, I don't know. It is mind boggling. It'll be VR on PC though when that comes out in the future, deep in the future. Lucia, do you know why you're here? I've already seen this. I forgot about the second trailer. Ah, yes.
What you doing up there? Just fixing some leaks. Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants. Oh, that's why you came by? Just go get me my checks. See you, Brian. Love you, Jason. I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out. What's your name? Jason Duval. I think you heard before. You might have. Hey. Hey. Happens to me at the same time.
Hello.
Oh, sorry. Remember the time. Begin. Trust me, this place is just the start for us. Oh, ready. Don't you know and what you got. Gonna do this. Go
Now.
Yo, D, this full effect. They got your name, address, they got everything. Us cops, we gotta protect each other. We'll be good. We got this. We got
I remember his trailer being so fucking long.
Come to Phil's Ammunition today. We got more guns than a lot of. Hey. Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please?
I mean, Xbox is dead. It's fucking dead. If you buy this game on an Xbox, you're just a weird nerd. What's that? You don't have the haircut. You can't go in this haircut shop and get this haircut. Oh, okay, man. I'm gonna go inside while you stand out here. I didn't know you was a standard guy. You're gonna hear that a lot if you buy that $80 edition. People will go, "Oh, you don't have the Ultimate Edition?" Ah, I realize you. Man, you want me to Venmo you the 20? That's what someone will say to somebody. You want me to send it to our Cash App you a 20? Damn, I didn't know he's broke. Can you spend the extra 20 down the road after you get shamed for being broke? And then you're like, well, I'm not broke. I got a 20. Some people are going to be shamed into pulling out an extra 20. And wife's in 2 hours. I'm about to go to bed though. Get a base up. Find a cave. They'll be all over the map. Find a cave. Build inside that cave. Secure that cave. What I would do for the next 2 hours is I'd get on YouTube and learn about the caves. I'd do some research on caves in the game. That way, when you get on, you get some knowledge, and then you go right to the cave. You find a cave, go right to it. Get in there, get established. There's 9 different types of caves. King of the Ring, gives a shit. Brock Lesnar attacks Obafemi, costs him. Jey Uso wins. Um, yeah, pretty predictable. The tribal chief's not even going to be there. Who gives a shit? I don't know. He might come out at the end and give the crown to Jey Uso. Jey Uso's probably going to become the WWE champion. Time to take it off Cody Rhodes. Getting boring, really. Listen. I done told you last year what they're going to do, and I'm going to I'm already being proven right. They're gonna have all those bloodline people in one group. Notice they fired a couple of those guys that nobody really liked, nobody really cared about. They fired some of them. So they kept a few of them though. They're gonna put them all in a group. You gotta understand, Oba family is gonna be the next guy. So he's a big powerhouse guy. You gotta put You got to put like a whole faction up against him that he just destroys. And they're just beating his ass, right? They're like ganging up on him, ganging up on him, ganging up on him. But then eventually, like WrestleMania, he beats him. It's just wrestling, man. They've been doing the same shit for fucking decades. It's not hard to predict what they're gonna do. Makes sense business wise. Of course, The Rock's movie's gonna flop, I hear, so he could be coming back. Yeah, they're probably gonna get Rock and Roman Reigns at some point. If that happens, then Obafemi ain't gonna become the champion for like another year. Now he could beat Jey Uso, like Jey Uso wins it, and then he comes back, beats the shit out of him, and that makes sense. But Roman Reigns is holding that belt for a while. Might as well get used to it. Roman's gonna have another big long reign. Get used to it. Braun Breaker, it's just there's only two belts. I'm sorry. The WWE title might get thrown around a little bit, but the World Heavyweight title, he's just gonna hold it for probably years, at least a year. He ain't losing it till Mania. That's for damn sure. She got at least till then. I'd go longer with it though. Like I would do Obafemi and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, but then I would have that's when I'd have the whole bloodline come together and just beat the fuck out of him, and then they screw him over and they beat him, and then you have Roman hold the belt for a whole nother year. That's a 2-year reign. Then you have him beat him. Now, have they done this before? Yes, but you're just gonna do it again. It's the same thing. Who cares? They're just shit. What else they gonna do? Some boring fucking. Who gives a shit? Division? Who gives a fuck about this? Logan Paul? No, they're gonna do the bloodline. Get over it. That's what people watch. Go look at the YouTube channel at after every show. The bloodline shit is the top viewed shit by miles. And you know what's number two? Obafemi. So there's a natural progression to build to that. And you have Roman win the first match. Duh. So hard about this. Then you have a fucking and you screw the guy, and then you have a rematch a year after that. That gives you 2 fucking years of a story you could tell. It's content for your show. So hard about this. What are y'all expecting? Nobody gives a shit about anything else. Go look at the views. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the women. Stop. Liv Morgan's gonna fight. Who gives a shit? Nobody cares. I'm sorry, but it's just the truth. Nobody cares. I mean, maybe in 10 years they will, as little girls watch it and stuff. I don't know, but nobody really cares. You know who's into the women's wrestling? The weirdo dudes are really into it. And there are some little girls that watch it, but there's a lot of weird dudes into it. They're wearing the girl's shirt. It's actually gay to buy the women wrestlers t-shirt. Unless you're like a little girl. It's actually gay, or at least a woman. I mean, what the it's a little strange. It's a little strange to be a grown man wearing an AJ Lee t-shirt. That's a strange one. Nobody's watching. Go look at the views. Nobody's watching that. What they're watching, the Bloodline, and they're watching Over Family. That's what they're watching. I'm sorry. And you know who gets screwed in all of it? LA Knight. He should be the champion at some point, but there's just so. It's just there's just so many guys that you could put the belt on, but at the end of the day, you got to go with the Bloodline. You got to go with what sells. It's a business. If everybody's tuning into the Bloodline, if that's your highest viewed shit, then you go with it. It's so simple. Cody Rhodes ain't getting views like that. The show, it's a lot like WCW. The show revolves around the Bloodline. The show WCW revolves around the NWO. It's just that's what it is. There is something people like about a bunch of guys just beating the shit out of everybody. It is entertaining. I remember when I was growing up, like the NWO one night, they just took over the whole show, beat the shit out of everybody, and like took the logos down and hung their logos up. And they were just beat the shit out of the announcers. They were beating the shit out of everybody. The referees, they just beat the fuck out of everybody that worked for WCW and like took over the show. And at the end of it, Hulk Hogan came out with a belt and was just like talking shit after everybody else beat the fuck out of everybody. The whole show was just them beating the shit out of everybody. So that's what we want to see. We want to see Roman Reigns and a bunch of Samoans beat the fuck out of everybody. We don't want to see Solo Sikoa leading the Bloodline. We don't want to see that. The hell? We want to see Roman Reigns directing a bunch of crazy Samoans and beat the shit out of everybody. And have all the belts and just flex on everybody. A bunch of nerds. And then you got to assemble some guys to fight them. And then you have one guy. There's one fucking guy. The other guys can fight, but there's one fucking guy that just beats the shit out of like 20 guys. Something about this guy. He just beats the fuck out of all these guys. You got to understand something. These guys, you spend a whole show watching these guys, like 20, 30 guys beat the shit out of everybody in the place. The ref, the announcers, every wrestler in the building. Big wrestlers too that normally they beat people up, but now they're getting the shit kicked out of them by like 20 guys. And then at the end of it, after you watch that for like an hour and a half, at the end, one guy shows up and just beats the shit out of 30 guys. And then you go, that guy, holy shit, that guy. That's really all this is. This is not complicated. There's 30 fucking guys that beat the shit out of everybody in the locker room, and then Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out and stuns all 30 of them, just beats the shit out of them, and then pours beer on them. And that's the show. And you wait all night as you watch these guys beat the shit out of everybody. You wait all night for the glass to break so that he'll come out and beat the shit out of all these guys. And then he's the champion, and the only way he isn't is they fuck him over or something. Or maybe he takes on this other guy who he'll beat the shit out of those 30 guys too. So hard about this. And that's Obafemi. You understand? Hope a family comes out, beat your shit out of all of them. But you got to have a bunch of guys to beat the shit out of. And you got to deal with the fact that they're going to run wild for months, maybe years. They're just going to beat the shit out of everybody. And you're going to get mad about it. And you're going to say, Drew McIntyre deserves a title run. This is bull. It's not about deserving a title run, you retard. He deserves to get paid. He's getting paid. So who cares? It's just a prop. People get so caught up in this like it's the UFC or something. He deserves it. He beat this guy, and he beat this guy, and he beat this guy. He deserves a title shot. It's fake. It's not real. It's like watching a movie and saying that he deserved it. He deserved to win the belt. Brother, it's a story. Somebody wrote it. The fuck. You're like online advocating. And nobody wants to see it anyway. People want to see the guy win the belt, but once he wins the belt, you'll go, who gives a shit now? Now he has to defend the belt and you don't give a fuck. You understand? That's why you put the belt on a guy that's going to cheat and be an asshole. And you're like, God, somebody's going to get this belt away from this guy. And then he holds the belt for months. And the longer he holds the belt, the more angry you get. Who's going to take the belt from this jack? I hate this guy. It's just like a show or a movie where some guy's killing a bunch of people or he's some villainous guy. And then at the end, he gets shot in the head. And you say, good, fuck him. This guy was terrorizing people this whole movie. Now they just shot him. Fuck this guy. It's the same damn thing. Roman Reigns was a champion for 4 years because it just makes sense. And then people say it was boring. Well, now, and then he loses the belt, and they're like, well, God, it really got boring. Well, yeah, dumbass. Because you built something up. You had a 4-year title reign, unprecedented in the modern times. And instead of enjoying the greatness that you were seeing something you've never seen. And you said, God, this has to end. You wanted an instant payoff. Should have kept it going forever. It could have went on for years. Nah. And Cody Rhodes became the champion. Whoop-de-doo-da-day. He's still Cody Rhodes at the end of the day. Cody Rhodes was already a made man when he wrestled that match with a torn pectoral muscle. So that's what made him get over. Winning the belt, I mean, he saw that coming a mile away. Who gives a shit? But I'm overseeing him with the belt. And I'm overseeing him winning the belt, honestly. It's just boring now. Cares? How Roman Reigns had been champion for like 3 years. They're crying. Just nonstop fucking crying. That title reign was the best thing going, and it just had to end. Now it's boring now. Nobody cares. And now you've got it back. You've got an opportunity to relive it again. Don't fuck it up this time. I keep that belt on him until he retires, honestly. Why not? You got another belt you can throw around like a fucking toy. This guy wins it, and this guy wins. Ooh. And you can have all these cool moments where he wins the belt. Yip-de-doo. And then the next day you'll be like, well, this is boring. Now this guy's boring. Who gives a fuck? You're like, he's just gonna wrestle some random guy at the pay-per-view, defend the belt. Like, yeah, what do you well, you don't want him to wrestle the one guy again that he had, that held the belt for 4 years. You don't want to see that again. So hey, he's gonna wrestle this dude. And you're like, well, he's probably gonna win. Heck yeah. It's predictable as shit. It's boring. Who cares? Gives a shit. You like it. You can get online and complain about Sami Zayn didn't win the belt. You can cry about it. That's what you want to do anyway. So you're welcome. They give it to you. They give you something to cry about. That's what you want. They should keep the belt on Roman Reigns for another 5 fucking years. So you have 5 years that you can whine about this guy. This guy got screwed over. They didn't let him have the belt, the fake belt. You cry about it. And that's enjoyment. Hell, you like crying. Who doesn't like having a nice cry? And bitch and moan. We're not rehashing the same shit though, because Jacob Fatu wasn't in the original Bloodline. Just because it's the same people, just because it's Roman Reigns, don't mean it's there's not a new story being told. It's Roman Reigns bringing the entire family together. That's what they're doing. Got the Usos, and they're going to tease division, right? There's going to be like, oh, these guys don't like each other, but eventually Roman Reigns will bring them all on the same page, and then it'll be like, oh my god, and that'll probably be WrestleMania, where they'll have Obafemi. Obafemi's probably gonna win the Rumble. You'll think he's gonna win, but the whole entire bloodline will gang up on him and beat him, and they'll say, Michael Cole will say, remember I said this? He'll say, "This is so." The bloodline is united. This is so. He'll see what word they use. He'll say something. This is so dangerous to the bloodline. Some shit like that. And they'll do that for they'll do that for a year. And then Obafemi wins it the next year. So 2028, WrestleMania 2028, Obafemi's gonna win the belt. He'll beat Roman Reigns then. It's just like the Brock Lesnar thing. Like he lost the second match. Well, he'll win the third one. And people are crying about it that they're gonna get 3 matches. It's just like, dude, what do you well, it makes Obafemi look like more of a badass if he beats him twice. Brother, he lost to Ricky Saints. I mean, what are we talking about? That ship is sailed, buddy. You never seen Brock Lesnar lose to Ricky Saints. Now, why did have a guy like that lose? It's I don't even know. Why he would lose in NXT to some small guy. It's just a strange thing. Very odd thing. I mean, you couldn't look at him and think, oh, he's a pretty big dude. He could we might as well have him win. I mean, Goldberg didn't get beat by Ricky Saint. You know what I mean? Goldberg didn't lose like Rey Mysterio. Remember when Brock Lesnar just beat the shit out of Kofi Kingston in like 2 seconds? And they all cried about it, but it was totally realistic. How could it go any other way? Kofi Kingston is going to hang with Brock Lesnar? What are we, silly? Kofi Kingston. And by the way, he won the belt and you were hyped up because you won the belt. And then after that, you didn't care. And that's why Brock Lesnar came in and beat the shit out of him in 2 seconds, because at the end of the day, you don't care. And they know you don't care. They look at the ratings and they go, we got to get this belt off this motherfucker. They don't give a shit. Because you've already seen the peak of Kofi Kingston's character. He's won the belt at WrestleMania. He can't get any bigger. You don't care enough about the character to give a shit about it getting any bigger. It's what was he going to win it again? I mean, who gives a fuck? Cares. You can literally take any bum on that roster that some people like and put the belt on him one time, and everybody will be excited about it, and then they won't give a fuck the next day. They'll say, "Who? Why do they?" They'll be on to the next guy. Well, it's time for them to drop it to this guy. Read the tweets. People say it all the time. He deserves like a 2 3 month title reign. It's just silly. It's like it's Make a Wish Foundation or something. It's a fucking company. It's like, well, we'll just put the belt on you for 3 months. You deserve it. It's a fake belt. In reality, they'll say, "Hey, we're going to give you some more money because you're doing a good job." That's the reality of it. Winning the fake belt really doesn't matter. Who gives a shit? What about the money? It's a job. What about the money? It's like if they came to your job and gave you a fake plaque. You're the employee of the year. Who cares, buddy? Well, where's the raise for being the employee of the year? At least at wrestling, when you're the world champion, you probably do get some more money. But it's about the money. It's not about having the actual having the fake belt. Like, who gives a shit? It's the money. Why they're doing it? Money and fame. Hell, from what I hear with these wrestlers, they got to carry those belts around with them everywhere. They hate it. They hate it. When they got to go through the airport, they got to take them belts and shit. Watch a couple of podcasts with the wrestlers on it. They bitch about it all the time. And they got to carry that big Money in the Bank briefcase around. It's a pain in the ass. Anyway, it's time for a nap. Get a base up in a cave. Be a man. Be a man for once in your life. I'll be on in the morning. I expect a base up TC in a cave. Put the location and the code in the chat and get these nerds logged in. No excuse. If Ricky don't log in, ban him. Because hell, he was in the DMs just a few days ago. We got to play a wipe. Him and Rogue. Ban them both. Enough of this nonsense. I'm going to pretend to play. Who does this? Is this? Dude, Par is going to search every fucking cave on the map. That'll be funny. Par going cave to cave. I wonder how many actual caves are on the map. But you can see Par now preparing to go to every cave. He will find it. And what will he do when he gets there? Nothing. Beg superior men to do his dirty work. Sounds a lot like Israel to me. There might be something to that. Somebody raid this base. I'll pre-order GTA. When's it come out? November. I will be pre-ordering in October or early November. Well, don't come out like the end of November. No rush. Don't rush to pre-order that. That pre-order will be there later on in the year. I don't ever pre-order games months in advance. And what if they delay it again? Or if they say, hey, actually, it's going to come out next year? Oh, fuck. Could have waited, I guess, to pre-order it. Ban them from where? Wherever they may be. Ban them from where? Get that cave set up. Cave base. I'm gonna go lay bed. I'm gonna go lay in bed for an hour and research caves, and maybe I'll get excited enough to get out of bed at 2 p.m. and say, "I'm gonna go build a cave base. I'm gonna spend 2 hours on it and then go to bed." It could happen. Oh, the pre-orders are gonna be insane. They're gonna make so much money off of this. I mean, the game looks good. I just hope it is. I just hope I hope they don't put something dumb shit in it. It just makes you go, "Oh, fucking what in the world? What is this?" I mean, they have to make a bad one at some point, right? At some point, they've got to fail. They've got to put out one that you're like, "What the fuck is this?" Think about it. Call of Duty used to be good. You used to play it every day. You used to be excited when it was coming out. You would say, "Oh my god, Call of Duty!" Now look at it. Now they come out with one of those every fucking year. What you would think at some point they're going to put out a bad GTA. At some point they're going to put one out. And you're going to go, this wasn't what I was expecting it to be. And this is so hyped up. I mean, my God, it's so fucking hyped up. But if it don't deliver, not gonna be good. Oh, GTA 4 was good. All the ones I've played have been good, and they've gotten better every release. So, and Red Dead Redemption 2 was really good. So, I don't know. It can't be just good though. It's got to be like insane. People got to be like, this is the greatest game they ever played. That's the hype around it. Has to deliver, especially trying to sell it for $100. Uh, Even if you buy the standard, you're paying 80. So people have to be like, oh wow, they got to be blown away. When I played GTA 5 on PS3, I was like, this is crazy. Like the way it looked, the graphics on a PS3, I was like, this is nuts. People forget that's a PS3 game. GTA 5 is a PS3 game. They never made a GTA for PS4. They just ported the PS3 GTA 5 game to PS4. They skipped the PS4, really, because we should have got GTA 6 on a PS4 if you think about it. They didn't do it. They spent the whole time the PS4 was out working on this game for the PS5. That's crazy. So it has to be good. PS4 was like 10 years. No, 7. Well, however the fuck long it took. I don't fucking know. It took a long fucking time. I'm sure it'll be good. If not, gaming's dead. And I worry about that Wolverine too. It looks good, but same people that made Spider-Man 2 with all that stupid shit in it. And I'm telling you right now, if I have to stop playing as Wolverine and play as his fucking girlfriend, I'm gonna get pissed. I've just had enough of this. The game is called Wolverine. I don't want to play as anybody but Wolverine. I don't know what's so hard about this. It ruins Spider-Man 2. Ruins it. Because to continue playing the game, you have to do these missions. It's like, what are we doing? Spider-Man 2 was a day one buy, but when you play it and you get to these points where you got to play as Mary Jane, it's dumb. It makes me turn it the fuck off. It's like, I don't want to waste my. It's like, I got to go through this whole fucking mission creeping around. Like, this is a Spider Man game. What are we doing? I'm supposed to be saving Mary Jane, not playing as her. She's not even in danger. Hell, she's got a one shot gun that she puts everybody down with. She's stronger than Spider Man. Spider Man got punched the motherfucker 20 times to put him down. Mary Jane is stuns the guns to some bitch. Somebody said there was an update. I'm gonna buy it. You don't gonna shove it down my throat, Sony. We're all gonna buy it anyway. I don't even know if you really got to do marketing for this game, honestly. Maybe who's telling them they got to spend billions to market this? It's kind of funny. It's a little odd if you think about it. Like it's the biggest. It's the game of the generation. Um, I think we should get a big billboard. Like, okay, we got to make sure people have heard about it. No, no GTA for me. It's about to be rush time. Cave base. Going down in the caves. And we get the radiated water. I'm hoping we can take the radiated water and put it in a big ass tank and then put it in sprinklers and spray par with it and radiate him and kill him with it. I know you can pick the radiated water up and put it in a jug. So you know you can take the water and put it in a bucket and like throw it on guys and they get radiation. They die. So surely you can put it in a sprinkler system and have it spray on people with those heartbeat sensors. So when a motherfucker comes around, it sprays them. Radiation. I'm gonna look that up too before I go to bed. Caves and the radiation. Rad Town. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a blueprint wipe. It's always a blueprint wipe when they do an update. When you gonna learn? I'll be shocked if it isn't. Anyway, I wish you well. Does Smokey